This is going to be a fairly quick, informal video today. I am currently in process of moving house, so I didn't see any point setting up with the background since it's just an empty bookshelf right now. So you get the nice plain wall today. On that same note, I have no idea whether I'm going to have time to make videos in the next couple of weeks because I'm moving, and also I don't know when I'm going to have internet at the new place, so there might be a little brief hiatus. Today I want to talk about anosmia in mainstream media. It is so rare to see anything about anosmia at all, and whenever it is talked about, it always seems to be in a very negative context, or just seems weird to read. A lot of it is about people who have lost their sense of smell, which is a more traumatic experience and leaves people with a lot more emotional distress and mental health issues. And that's normally the angle that is talked about if it's ever discussed. I've also found it weird whenever congenital anosmics are interviewed or talked about in articles that I've seen previously, because they tend to also talk about all the negative things and how it's affected their mental health and how they wish they could smell things. And maybe that is how they're feeling, but a lot of the time I feel like the reporters have cherry-picked what they want the reader to see. And it's hard to know whether that is actually the truth or whether this person actually is totally fine with being anosmic, like most congenitals that I have spoken to online. But earlier this week there was an amazing broadcast on BBC Radio 4, which was from the perspective of one of their broadcasters who is anosmic. She's congenitally anosmic, and she talked about her experience and talked to some other people who are also anosmic, and she talked to scientists who are specialists in the area, had some MRI scans to work out what was going on with her, why she couldn't smell, and it was so interesting to listen to. And it wasn't talking about how crap everything is. It wasn't exactly a positive spin, but I would say it was neutral. It was discussing the facts and how it affects this person and how she generally isn't too bothered by it as a whole, and she's quite content with life. And it was just so great to see, just talking about it without it being this massive disaster that someone has had to go through. So I've put a link below to the broadcast, which is currently available on BBC's website. I don't know how much longer it will be available there, so if you do want to look at it, I would say go have a look now. There's also an article in the Telegraph about Kathy Clugston, who is this broadcaster, and kind of summarises the half-an-hour broadcast quite nicely, so if you are unable to watch that for any reason, if it's gone, then you can have a look at that, or both, you know, whatever. I was just so happy to see that, and I really wanted to share it just in case you had missed out. I know it had been talked about quite a bit on Twitter and on Facebook, so if you aren't part of these groups that are online and you hadn't seen it, then make sure that you get a chance before it disappears. Do my best to spread the word. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again, hopefully not too far in the future, for some more Tales of Anosmia. Bye!